The story of Daniel in the lion's den is one of the most inspiring tales from the Bible. It teaches us about courage, faith, and the amazing power of God. Daniel, a man who loved God deeply, faced a terrifying situation, but his faith never wavered. Daniel's story takes place during a difficult time for the Israelites. They were captives in Babylon, far from their homeland. Even in a foreign land, Daniel remained true to his faith. He chose to honor God even when it was dangerous. Daniel's story reminds us that God is always with us. Even in the darkest times when we feel alone and afraid, God is there. Just like he protected Daniel, God will protect us. He will give us the strength to face our fears and overcome any challenge. To understand Daniel's story, we need to go back to his early life. Daniel was a young man when King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon attacked Jerusalem. The Babylonians captured many Israelites, including Daniel, and took them back to Babylon as captives. Life in Babylon wasn't easy for the Israelites. They were far from home, missing their families and their temple. But even in this difficult situation, Daniel stood out. He was intelligent, hard-working, and always acted with integrity. These qualities did not go unnoticed. King Nebuchadnezzar recognized Daniel's potential and appointed him to a high position in the Babylonian court. Daniel served faithfully, using his wisdom and skills to benefit the king and his people. He became a trusted advisor, respected for his honesty and wisdom. Years passed, and King Nebuchadnezzar died. A new king, Darius, came to power in Babylon. Like his predecessor, Darius also recognized Daniel's capabilities and appointed him to a prominent position within his government. However, Daniel's success and favor with the king bred jealousy amongst his fellow officials. These officials, envious of Daniel's position and influence, began to plot against him. They knew they couldn't find fault with Daniel's work, as he was always diligent and honest in his duties. So they decided to target him where they knew he was unwavering, his faith in God. The officials devised a cunning plan. They knew Daniel prayed to his God 3 times a day, a practice that was well known throughout the kingdom. They decided to use this against him, manipulating the king into signing a decree that would put Daniel in direct conflict with his faith. Section 4. Daniel's unwavering faith, a testament to God. The jealous officials, knowing Daniel's routine, approached King Darius with a seemingly reasonable request. They proposed a decree that for 30 days no one should pray to any god or man except the king himself. Anyone who disobeyed this decree would be thrown into the lion's den, a terrifying and certain death. King Darius, unaware of the malicious intent behind this proposal, agreed and signed the decree into law. The officials were ecstatic, believing they had finally found a way to get rid of Daniel. They were confident that Daniel, a man of strict adherence to his religious practices, would never break his routine of praying to his God. As expected, Daniel continued to pray to his God, just as he had always done. He didn't try to hide his prayers or compromise his faith, despite knowing the grave consequences. Daniel's unwavering faith and courage in the face of danger serve as a powerful testament to his belief in a power greater than any earthly king or decree. Section 5. Facing the lions, a test of faith and courage. The jealous officials, eager to see their plan come to fruition, waited for Daniel to pray. They knew his routine and wasted no time in reporting his disobedience to King Darius. They reminded the king of the decree he had signed, emphasizing that even Daniel was not above the law. King Darius found himself caught in a difficult situation. He valued Daniel and his wise counsel, and he was aware of the malicious intent behind the decree. However, he was also bound by his word as king. He had signed the decree and felt obligated to uphold the law, even if it meant punishing an innocent man. With a heavy heart, Darius ordered Daniel's arrest. He hoped to find a way out of the situation, but the decree was clear and the officials insisted on its enforcement. Daniel was taken to the lion's den, a deep pit where ferocious lions were kept. As the guards threw Daniel into the den, Darius, filled with sorrow and worry, could only hope that Daniel's God would protect him. Section 6. Divine intervention, God's miraculous rescue. The entire palace held its breath as Daniel, their respected colleague and friend, was thrown into the lion's den. The heavy stone was rolled over the den's mouth, sealing Daniel's fate, or so everyone thought. King Darius, deeply troubled by the events of the day, returned to his palace, unable to eat or find solace in sleep. As night fell, Daniel, trapped in the den, remained calm. He knew that God was with him even in this dire situation. He prayed fervently, seeking comfort and strength in the face of imminent danger. Meanwhile, King Darius, unable to bear the weight of his decision, rushed back to the lion's den at the break of dawn. With trembling hands, he ordered the stone to be rolled away. To his utter astonishment, he found Daniel alive and unharmed, sitting peacefully in the den. The lions, miraculously, had not touched him. Daniel, with a calm smile, looked up at his king and said, "My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths, and they have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight." Section 7. Lessons from the Lion's Den, applying faith in modern times. The story of Daniel in the lion's den offers timeless lessons that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. It teaches us about the unwavering power of faith, the importance of integrity, and the boundless reach of God's love and protection. Daniel's unwavering faith, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for us all. It reminds us that no matter what difficulties we face in life, our faith in God can see us through. The story also highlights the importance of integrity and standing up for what is right, even when it is unpopular or dangerous. Just like Daniel, we should strive to live our lives with integrity, always choosing the path of righteousness, even when faced with adversity. The story of Daniel in the lion's den reminds us that God is always with us, ready to protect and deliver us from our own lions. It encourages us to face our fears with courage and faith, knowing that with God on our side, we are never truly alone. So the next time you find yourself facing a lion in your life, remember Daniel. Remember his courage, his faith, and his miraculous delivery. Let his story inspire you to trust in God's plan and to face your fears with the same unwavering faith.